The long-running search for the missing Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 has been suspended. The plane disappeared in March 2014 with 239 people on board. Despite debris being found off Africa, why it crashed is still a mystery. Our Southeast Asia correspondent Jonathan Head is in Bangkok, and I suppose the mystery may never be solved. Jonathan.
Well, that's the way it's looking right now, unless some new information can be found that would justify restarting that search. And the organisers of the search, the three countries involved, Malaysia, Australia and China, have made it clear that they will not go search again, put any more resources into the search, unless they have better information to go on. That hasn't stopped different people theorising. I mean, one of the facts we have to take into account is that the search area, the 120,000 kilometre area they've been looking, has been scoured very extensively with these specialised ships towing very good scanners. The people operating those say that if the airliner went down, they would have found it. So that tells us they have in fact been looking probably in the wrong area. And many people have got theories that perhaps it landed a little bit further north. Remember, we've got almost nothing apart from a very few satellite communications that were made automatically every hour to the plane in its final moments, the final hours, that tell us which direction it went in. The discovery of debris on the East African coast has confirmed pretty much that it did go down in the southern Indian Ocean, but beyond that, it's all been theories. The relatives and the families, of course, desperately want the search to go on. They say that it should now be extended, but it's been expanded once, the search area. It's been doubled in size, and the authorities are saying there simply isn't enough information to justify continuing to spend money and resources on it.
And has there been any information forthcoming from family members of the crew, especially the captain? We knew a few details about them finding a flight simulator in his home, but were his family able to shed any light over the past 3 years about what his state of mind was?
No, I mean, there's been nothing to suggest that he was in any particularly agitated state of mind. If you remember the German wings accident in the Alps, it was very clear afterwards that there were serious mental troubles with the pilot there. No indication at all of the captain of flight MH370, apart from the discovery that in his flight simulator at home he had put in flight plans for the southern Indian Ocean. That's slightly odd, but aside from that, there simply is no evidence that he was going to do something, if you follow the theory, that he deliberately flew the plane down and then allowed it to crash into the sea. And that's left all the explanations wide open. The theorising still goes on. I think, though, there are a couple of points that have been raised validly by the families. One is that the Malaysian government itself has not appeared to be that urgently engaged. There's been a sense of detachment from this that I think has upset them, particularly in examining debris that's been found. And I think they sense that there's not quite the commitment there should be. And there are people studying the way that plane went who say, actually, there's a real plausible theory that it went down some way to the north of the area they've been searching. The families, of course, would love a new search to start. They spent $160 million up to now, and it's not clear where the money will be found to restart that search.
That's Jonathan Head in Bangkok. Thanks, Jonathan. Still to come in a few minutes here on BBC World News, we're going to visit Barack Obama's favourite Chicago diner, where we're going to hear people's hopes and fears as he prepares to hand over to Donald Trump.